has come to my attention in attempting to find walkthroughs for this game to learn how to play that there aren't very many really good ones. And a lot of people have a very negative view on this game because they think it's like super hard. And it is. It's kind of difficult, but like it's a learning process. Sometimes it's easier to know. Like there's some things that they barely explain. I've completed this game all the way through and evolved into basically a caveman. It took me about 50 hours in game, and I didn't start out with a walkthrough. I ended up watching a couple reviews that were really negative, and then buying the game anyway because I like to waste money, and it was on sale. And it turned out to be actually really good, one of my favorite games. Let's start a new lineage. This is the completed one. It was my third clan that I actually managed to get all the way with, so I'm very fond of it. I don't think I'm going to delete it yet. We gotta pick a lineage name.
Should you just name it like Test? Like Johnny Test?
No.
Yeah, this is literally the hardest part of the game.
I think we're going to do first time for now. And we're going to do full HUD with no tutorial. Which is honestly like what I recommend for people playing this game, even if it's the first time. Not only is the tutorial minimal, even with the tutorial.
Starts you out as a baby that you will never play again. You will never again feel the need to play as a baby.
Well, you can play as a baby throughout the whole game, but why would you ever play as a baby?
It's amazing.
Another tip for people just starting out this game is I killed a lot of my clan members when I was first starting out because I thought they were kind of expendable. I didn't really take care of them.
Yeah.
It's actually like ideal to have as many clan members as possible. Like you can lose maybe one adult male or like maybe a couple elders, but you really want to keep as much people as possible. They're good for like helping you complete tasks. And you want 6 babies so you have 6 adults in your next generation.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I mean, this is just like National Geographic. Also, the scenery in this game.
Yeah, and the thing is
hands
it's
down
an open...
some of the best I've ever seen in any game.
Yeah, but it's an open map.
Good. No.
Baby fall down. Elder die, baby fall
And
down.
somehow not die.
So basically, pressing E, I use the keyboard, will help you identify what's around you. When you're playing as a baby, all you can identify are the hiding spots, which are literally everywhere. But, and their only use is for when you die with a baby on your back, that baby needs to find a hiding spot to hide, and then you need to find that hiding spot as an adult to retrieve the baby if you're away from your clan.
Also, I will warn y'all, if y'all get scared easily from like crazy stunts, she will jump off of trees and like just barely make it. It has caused me so many heart attacks in the past.
Oh, I forgot how it... Like, in the beginning, you grow your neurons so fast. Like, in the end, a growing neuron is, like, a really big deal. Because they're really hard to get. Also, a tip to anyone who, like me, is a completionist playing this game. You have to focus on your neurons a lot. Like, I ended up finishing the game and became unable to progress my neuron tree any further, despite still having stuff to unlock. And I was unable to, because now I can no longer evolve without triggering the game end sequence.
Like, I remember when we first played the game, it was so hard to find Kabak fibers. And also, right then, it's exactly what I was talking about.
I knew what I was doing. I saw.
I know you know what you're doing, but
Look at the little baby.
I don't have the register. Also adorable.
You ruined the animation. I'm gonna have to cut that out now. People are gonna wonder,
I'm
like,
sorry.
why'd you have to ruin it, Fufo? You carry babies to increase your neuronal energy, to make sure that you grow your neurons faster. You're not carrying a baby, you barely get any of that shit. Moving your clan is like super important. You won't ever stay in one place for very long besides the first couple. So this is horsetail. Horsetail is super common throughout the game. You can just eat it. I cannot switch my hands yet.
No, you don't have that yet.
I don't have the ability to switch hands. I forgot that you weren't actually given that.
They can't use their left hand. Like that is literally what it is.
Yeah.
You can't use your left hand.
Yeah. Put all these in a pile. Yeah, see, I'm increasing my
Motricity.
Motricity, yes. I'm increasing that thingamabopper. And that's very important.
And here's the thing. They will never rot.
Oh, yeah.
They literally had a stockpile of berries.
Yeah, I had a stockpile last game.
For millions of years.
No, it's my story. It's my story. Fuck you. I get to tell it. So I literally had a stockpile of berries. Like a fuck ton of berries that was huge, right? And I literally left it here. And then I didn't come back until 8 million years later, and they had not spoiled. This is another really important food. I know it's kind of a basic food, but eating it will not only protect you against broken bones, but it'll actually cure broken bones. I forgot I can't switch hands, so I can't show you what honey is yet, but we should probably go and check out the neurons. And because last game, when I was playing this area, I didn't notice that there was a precious stone up here. Don't forget about it.
Oh, that's an emerald.
Yeah, and then you inspect it. Precious stones give you achievements, though. So if you're trying to focus on growing your neurons before getting those achievements, because it's the achievements and the years you get from them that eventually allow you to evolve, right? So, oh my god, look at it! Fufo, look.
Oh my god.
It's so empty.
It's like seeing a tree without its limbs.
I know, my neuronal tree in the other one is like so huge. This looks so
It was crazy.
Foreign. Yeah, so you click on them to learn. Not quite sure, I haven't played the early game in a long time. So you press X to switch your hands,
It has been a
space to alter, and then you see that little like circle and the sound, and that lets you know that it's time to release the button. So these are horsetail leaves. And you can just apply these as is, and it'll get rid of bleeding, prevent bleeding. The prevention isn't as effective as the paste you can make by grinding it. Let's focus on that middle circle right there. As you can see, these are like these green pulses that happen when you drink water. If I was super thirsty, they would be yellow. Yellow means it's increasing my stamina. Green means it's refreshing my energy. Red never comes back. So if you see red, it's because you're losing your lifespan, like you're losing some of your life expectancy. Usually when you're bleeding So these are mushrooms. I am not an omnivore. I can only eat vegetables and berries and stuff right now. And fruits. So if I eat this, it'll give me stomach sickness. Yeah. Stomach sickness is pretty easy to cure. You just drink some water. You have to drink a lot of water. Oh god, I have to do every single one individually.
Oh god, that hurts.
Eventually, you unlock the ability to,
You just unlock everything on the screen.
Yeah, you unlock everything on the screen at once.
It's like visual ASMR. I love it.
Yeah, Oasis is where you want to be, because they always have a source of water and they always have a source of food. When you go there, you have to discover them. And then the little question mark will turn into a symbol, and it'll tell you what landmark it is and do this little cutscene. This cutscene will not prevent you from being attacked or your clan members from being attacked, so just skip it with a little holding on the tab if you're in danger, because you can still die. You can tell where the meteors are from the smoke, but they won't have the little triangle unless you get close enough. I'm actually going to go back. Honestly, trying to chase after the meteors right now is like just kind of asking for bad things to happen. You should always inspect berries before you eat them. At the beginning, it'll be really slow, but that little sign that she just gave me right now tells me that it's good. The food is good. And if she like spits it at it and throws it away, that means that it's bad food and you don't want to eat it because it'll make you sick. As you can see in that little green circle, the yellow is increasing our stamina as we sleep, because sleep is necessary, and the green is increasing for our energy. Those little circles mean that I've gotten plenty of food, water, and sleep from the last day, and that determines my stamina. And if I drink water, which is something you should always do first thing in the morning, you and in the game, you go and find some food, inspect it. When you eat in the clan, whether or not you have the clan following you or you are in your settlement, the clan will pathfind to the nearest food source that is the same and eat as well.
They're vultures.
They will destroy. They will completely destroy everything. These stems are what you use to make beds. Grabbing, switching hands, grabbing. Later on in the game, you can unlock the ability to build with less items, but right now you need to use 4. Discovered new action, building, new objective, form a couple. Now he is my couple. If y'all look at him, he's got a little like tinged pink in the bottom there instead of just yellow or white. So I'm gonna lay down.
I never noticed that.
Call him over.
That is new information to me.
While we are mating, I'm going to explain some other parts of the HUD. So that little like white bar next to the eyeball, that crescent eventually gets a lot bigger. You lose a little bit of your lifespan after you mate, by the way, as a female. Eventually it gets bigger. That's basically how much dopamine you have. You expend it whenever you are scared. And at first, it's really bad. Like, if you walk into the unknown for more than a couple seconds, you'll become hysterical. But you can evolve to experience less fear, lose less dopamine when responding to a threat, and to have more dopamine. But now that I have 2 children again, we have 4 children in the clan. Oh, yeah, so this is a bad berry. Don't want to eat that. I do want to eat that. I just don't want to eat it right now. Gonna grab me the bad berry. I'm going to intentionally give she'll also eat bad food slower, but you don't want to rely on that for your method for inspecting it, because sometimes you'll still get food poisoning. So, as you can tell, I just intentionally gave myself food poisoning, because mushrooms, right here, will cure me of food poisoning, even though they give me an upset stomach. And using, in the game they call this therapeutic medication, will help you build neurons. And then I'm going to switch this, I'm going to inspect, watch that little circle, and pulses again. So that means that you are either collecting neural energy or building to a new neuron. And what I just did is I just grabbed a stem, put it in my other hand, and stripped it, meaning I altered it with a empty hand to make a stem.
Ugh.
So, just discovered a beehive.
Especially through, like, the baby's, like, blank face.
Yeah. There's a beehive right above your clan here. There's also, like, a vine right there you can use to get to it. You take a Nutella grass stem, you hit dip. You do not want to go directly up into this beehive, because it will sting you. They will sting you. You can inspect. So you can use honey in 2 ways. And I actually didn't know the second way until way too late in the game.
Way later.
Yeah.
Honey.
Because they don't really explain. You kind of have to figure out how to do this stuff. So normally, I just left it there. I ate the honey, assimilated nutrients from the insect kind of food. It gives me poison resistance. But if I switch hands with the honey, and then hit space to alter with a empty hand, I now have just plain honey. Just honey in my hand. Surprisingly enough, I can't eat this honey. So don't do this if you want venom resistance. But if you rub it on yourself, it'll give you bleeding resistance, and it'll stop any bleeding if you are currently bleeding. Oh yeah, see, they'll literally follow me up here and devour. They will literally devour every single tree if you give them a chance. They will devour all the food everywhere. They're little monsters. If you grab 2 obsidian stones, or really any stones, you can alter them, but stones are super touchy. Like, if you don't hit them right at that, like, little mark, like, oof. Sorry, there's a bug in my eye. If you wait just even a little too long, the stone will completely dissolve, and you'll be left with no stone. But every stone can be altered in this game. There's 3 different kinds. There's obsidian, basalt, which can both be made into scrapers, or obsidian scrapers, basalt chopper, which both serve the same purpose, and granite, which can be made into a granite grinder. Well, basically, oh fuck!
You're good.
Oh, hello. You have an upset stomach.
Oh, it's a stranger.
Oh, goodness, what do you need? Are you hungry? Let me give you some food. Okay, so I dropped my scraper, which is unfortunate.
Actually, I think the stomach was thirsty.
No, I think the head was thirsty.
Right, yeah.
Not the stick. I need to feed the stranger. So strangers are important, but only really early on. Like, I haven't found a stranger. Pretty much.
Still have
Since
to
the first time I evolved. Strangers allow you to grow your clan past like what I have right now. Like I said, each woman can only have 2 babies, which means you need to find strangers that are female, particularly, to
especially in the early game.
yeah, to grow your clan any. Anyway, she was hungry. She just ate that. Befriended a hungry outsider. This little symbol here, one of the more important ones, that's always over your settlement, constantly. And sleeping at your settlement will actually build neurons, and increase settlement neurons. So basically, you can get buffs for being at your settlement. Early on, you kind of always want to evolve, like whenever you sleep.
No, that's what I recognize. That big ball of energy.
Right. So my energy right now is pretty full. Later on, you unlock the ability to congeal more of it, but range for detection of odors and sounds is slightly increased. The range for detection of non-edible resources is increased. And the ability to gather all clan members is acquired, and that is very important. Mm-hmm. That's literally the most important mechanic ever, and at first I underestimated it. Item manipulation. The transfer an item to another hand while moving will be possible. This isn't super helpful unless you're like in a fight and you need an item that's in your other hand, or possible to drop an item while moving. That is helpful.
It is possible or impossible?
The ability. It's possible.
Oh, the ability to drop it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have your permission to make a single dad joke?
Yes, of course.
What's a brain cell's favorite fast food restaurant?
McNeuronal?
Neuronal McDonald's.
I was close. I haven't discovered granite yet. So these are granite rocks. They can be made into grinders, which at first don't seem very useful because they're kind of not, but eventually they're super useful. Mm-hmm. So the other little thing about that little circle in the bottom right is each of those little dots represents an ape, and this is something really easy to understand, but the outer gray circle that right now 5 of those dots are in and 3 of them are out represents your settlement. So now 1 of our adults and 1 of our elders is out of the settlement right now. And if I call all of them to me, you see everyone with a line from the center to them is following me. So everyone except for that 1 adult that seems to be lost outside my clan for some reason. I haven't discovered these, but you actually can't discover thorn bushes until you evolve the ability to carry things, which actually takes a fuck ton. Like, it takes a while. So you can alter sticks like this, branches, turning them into sticks by stripping them.
Which I wish that was that easy. Making campfires would be so much easier.
But mostly mushrooms. in my experience. Oh, yep, that's what he wanted.
Yep, he just needed mushrooms.
Befriended a poisoned outsider. You go up to one of these and hit end expedition after you have befriended an outsider. You get to have this lovely animation where they accept the outsider into the settlement. He's like all scared, but it's okay because we give him a hug. Just adorable.
He does a little dance.
I have sat through this mating process so many times. Like, eventually you're able to evolve the ability to, like, they will automatically make babies. But in the beginning, it's just, like, so time consuming. And you have to do it every time you move a generation.
Also, if you look down at the bottom left, that little shield icon with the eyes, that means that it's giving you
Fear protection. Right, so if I walk into an unknown area, it'll generate less fear and use less dopamine. I'm going... Anyway, my dad interrupted. I'm gonna go find wherever I put my sharpened stick.
Well, it wasn't a sharpened stick yet.
Or
it was
my regular stick. Where did I put it? Probably gonna have to go make another one. With this slow sprint speed. Yeah. The choppers, by the way, making a chopper and then using it for the sticks makes this so fast. You should also have always stripped the branch first before trying to make it into a spear. Because if not, it takes so long. It literally, you'll be sitting there hammering at it for a half hour. It's literally absurd. So always use a scraper, always strip your sticks first. And with that, we're going to call it because my dad has dinner waiting for me. Another thing about this game is they do not have a save feature. And I did not realize this at first. I would just lose my progress every time I ever decided to leave. You just lie down, you just, in your settlement preferably, you sleep literally for the bare minimum amount of time. When you stop, it should save, right in the corner. When the saving bar is gone, hit quit. And that's basically it.